Hey guys, here eating is love from Miami Music Week here at Ultra with Steve Aoki. Hi Steve, how are you?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Awesome. So we would like to ask you how is going Miami Music Week for you and what are your feelings?
So we had the Dimmock stage last night. That was a really big deal. We've hit 30 years for my label. So we celebrated with a lot of artists and did a secret back-to-back set with Alan Walker for our group Lonely Club. So that was also another special moment. But the big moment is today, main stage, I have 10 guests joining me on the stage. So it's all brand new IDs. A lot of brand new, not all, but like a lot of brand new IDs. So I have a new one with Faruko and Gracie. They're joining me on stage. I have a new song with John Z and Jessica Otterfred joining me on stage. I have a new one with Destroy Lonely. And Bia is also joining me on stage. Me and Alan Walker is going to join me for some Lonely Club music. And I have a new song called Gravity coming out with Eli Oaks, and a new song called There You Love coming out as well. New song with Lenny Heaven. It's just a lot. It's a lot.
Crazy.
So it's a lot of new music, and it's like I'm feeling like the tingles right now because it's very exciting. It's very nerve-wracking as well to play new music like this, and to manage 10 artists.
Exactly. What do you feel about Ultra? I mean, it's so important for you, like your memories, your experience right there. We want to know more about the Ultra for you, the festival.
Ultra is one of the most important places to broadcast your music, debut the songs to a crowd of people, not just physically in front of me, but like online. This is to the best crowd that you could possibly play in front of, to play new music that they'll understand, that they'll sink their teeth into. I think it's different than radio. You know, it's exciting to get your music on radio, but to get your music played to people that really care and listen and love the culture, that is primary goal for me. So that's why I put so much attention on my set here. And I want to make sure that like my set is meaningful, has value. It's not just like every track I play has like a value, has an importance. And my new song, my next single, which is coming out Friday, is my new song with Sebastian Maniscalco. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
So like you try to switch things up, and I'm gonna drop that one. He's not here with me, but I have him on the screen.
Okay. And we want to know more about the new Lonely Club collaboration with Alan Walker. How it's going?
Yeah. So we've been working together on music for a long time, since like 2017, 18. And we had a really amazing writing camp that we did here a couple years ago in Florida. And we dropped an album at the end of the year. So it was just time to, play the music and put like Steve Aoki and Alan Walker music with Lonely Club music in the set. And we have a big show happening in Thailand. So when we had the opportunity to do a back-to-back set, it was perfect for the Dimmock stage at Ultra to do that and to test it in front of like an Ultra audience. So it was great. Last night was awesome. It was a lot of fun. I love Alan. He's like one of my closest friends, and I just love the guy a lot. So like, besides just being a great working partner in music, he's just a great person. So it's just fun to work with him.
We also know that you are very inside the pop art culture, the art culture. What the art means for you? What do you feel about you with the art?
Art?
Yeah.
Art, yeah. I mean, it's like part of our lives. It's like it's part of the fabric of what we do. So, but art is a very wide kind of range. Like art's also Pokemon. Art's also what you see on the wall with paintbrush and canvas. Art's also music. Art is so many different categories of things, right? So, and it's creative. This is a creative spirit. It's what we do. Like, just like what you're doing here, you're interviewing. It's a creative spirit, like me making music and playing it. I'm always gonna find inspiration in anything that's creative. So sometimes I'll look at a piece on the wall and then like feel really inspired by it and love that it's part of my world by having it in, where I live or, in my studio or wherever it might be. It's always gonna resonate, in many different ways. So yeah, of course, it's a big part of my life, culture, all that.
You are also influenced by anime?
What's that?
I mean,
Anime.
Yeah, anime. Yeah, exactly.
Anime?
Yeah, influences.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, I have my own IP that's, we're building our own anime. We have cards, hero quests.
Yeah.
So I love world building. I love storytelling. I wrote the Hero Quest book during COVID, and I'm building that story. And I've always been obsessed with anime since I was a teenager. I was in anime club in college, you know, trading soundtracks. I love anime music. One of my latest tracks that came out this year was a remix of Neon Genesis Evangelion's theme.
Yeah.
Cruel Angel's Thesis is one of the greatest anime songs of all time. I've remixed for One Piece. I've remixed Dragon Ball. You know, I work with a lot of different anime IPs and work closely with the actual IP holders, and like Toei Animation, I work closely with them as well. So yeah, I love anime. And Dimmock, my clothing line, we've done collaborations with a lot of anime IPs. Tokyo Ghoul, Ninjutsu Kaisen, My Hero, Full Metal Alchemist, One Piece, Dragon Ball, Naruto. So yeah, I mean, I love all anime.
Yeah. Also, we are finishing this first part of the interview. You know, like Avicii had a big experience here in Ultra, like a lot of memories also with you. So we want to know the influence with you for Avicii and so many memories you live with him.
Man, Tim is like one of the most important figures of electronic music ever. You know, when I think about like the most important figures, I think about Daft Punk, I think about Avicii, I think about Skrillex, Martin Garrix. You know, like he's part of the reason why we do what we do. He's laid the ground, the bricks to, you know, for all of us to exist. But I remember, like, you know, in the early days, when I used to live in Los Angeles, and, you know, when he was first coming up, with Bromance and, like, you know, those early songs. And I was talking to him back then, and, you know, he was, like, even back then, he was one of the best producers, and so humble. You know, such a humble guy, such a beautiful soul. Every encounter I've had with him is always genuine and is heartfelt and you know, it's from the heart. You know, he's a really beautiful human. I'm very honored that I had a friendship with him.
Amazing.
Amazing, man.
EDM is love.